Hello, my name is Nobody. I'm going to be casting. This is going to be the first game of the Absolute Random Cup, and I've already forgotten the name of the map. This is blind random, so it looks like it's either Baltic or Mediterranean. I'm not exactly an expert on my water maps. I never played that much water myself. Let's introduce the players. Playing in green, we are going to have Dogao. His teammate is going to be Slipknot FeAge, playing in purple. FeAge is going to be playing as the Turks, and Dogao is going to be playing as the Celts. So this is going to be a team random and mirror civilizations. Their opponents going to be TaToH playing as the Celts, and in blue we have Air playing as the Turks. So all of these players, they've been around for quite some time. I know Dogao and FeAge, they must have some chemistry together because they're both Brazilians. They've been playing for quite a long time. FeAge is one of my absolute favorite players. When he's at his A game, he could beat just about any player in the game. Doesn't matter who. And Dogao, we all know Dogao's a legend. Playing for the Psy team. He didn't get on that team for not playing up to his highest level. So these two, I wouldn't say FeAge is at the top of his game, but when he is, he could beat anybody. And Dogao, he's definitely at the top of his game. The other player, TaToH, he practices quite a bit, also known for his play on HD in the African kingdoms, but he definitely hasn't lost anything by playing on those, I think. And then Air, our Czech player, who's also been around for quite some time, part of the CZ clan, I believe. Let me turn up the game music. Here we go. There we go. So let's take a look at the map just a little bit. So I'm guessing this is. Did anyone mention in the chat? No, nobody did. I think this is Mediterranean, although I can't exactly be sure. Baltic, I think, has a little more. Actually, yeah, I really have no idea. Not an expert at all. Anyway, the two civs we're going to see the Celts and the Turks. Neither civ really gets a direct water bonus. The Celts, they get their wood chopping bonus, however, they don't get Bracer in the late game. So they're going to definitely be lacking in the Imperial age. It looks like FeAge is going to try to steal some sheep. He's the original lamer. And he's not ashamed of laming at all. Let's see if he tries to steal the sheep. Here comes the sheep into Air's town center, and he's going to get them. Looks like Air's found the rest of his sheep as well. So, oh, some players are missing this. I wonder whose sheep this is, actually. Okay, FeAge has a sheep, and Air has a sheep. These must be extra. So Celts, they only get their wood chopping bonus. They do get a very strong late game with some good siege, and as you can see, there is quite a bit of land. However, it is quite wallable on the sides of the map. So if this does go to a land game, I think the Celts should be a strong civ. And the Celts will be a strong civ until they get into Imperial age, where they can't get Bracer. The Turks, on the other hand, again, no really direct water bonuses for them. Their cannon galleons get created faster, but I suppose that doesn't really matter too much. Only bonus for them would be the gold bonus. And the Turks should, again, be another strong late game land civ. Although I don't know how they will... Killing the wolf. I don't know how they'll stack up against the Celts. Taking a look at the maps, Dogao's extremely close to the water. That's good if he... That's good if he wins the water. It's not so good if he loses it. He's going to get the dock up nice and early. It's a very good dock positioning. FeAge Titanic. Why did he... Oh, to the wolf? Oh, well, he killed the sheep too early. That's one thing. But he did kill the wolf, so at least he didn't lose the villager. No, he didn't. He's a little bit low on population, though. He's only at 15 villagers. Everyone else is about 16 villagers. Except for Error, I suppose. Getting the fast up type is so important in a water-type map. Anyway, if Dogao loses the water, he's going to be in some trouble because his town center is going to be taken out by war galleys. And where's his gold? His gold is in the back. Looks like players haven't exactly started walling quite yet, and FeAge has lost the scout skirmish, so he's going to have to go back to his base. Dogao is getting looms, so he'll be clicking up quite shortly, I believe. So, Dogao, he's also pretty close to the water. In fact, it looks like some war galleys could, in fact, take out his town center. Maybe galleon. And check out his dock position. This is very unlucky. It's not a bad dock position, but it's certainly not the best dock position. It's just very unlucky. Nearest fish is going to be over here. But it's okay. Dock for Air. No deep fish around him. Again, very unlucky. unlucky for TaToH and Air not being able to get any of these fish. In fact, Air is even taking the shore fish here. Good thing for Air, though, his town center is a little bit farther from the shoreline. It looks very unlikely to get taken out by galleons if they lose the water early. And then the last player, FeAge. Town center is far enough away from the water. His dock position looks pretty good, actually. He's got 4 deep fish right next to him. So definitely better dock positioning for FeAge and Dogao, the Brazilians, than TaToH and Air. And FeAge, actually, I think this is the second time he's got caught with his scout. He might lose his scout at this point. He's got a long way to go before it gets to the town center. So that's going to be a little bit of loss for FeAge. He's going to lose every bit of scouting info about Air. You know, whether Air is going up to 4 docks or whether he's going to wall or whatnot. FeAge is going to be the first person to wall, and Dogao is going to wall afterwards. TaToH and Air are not even bothering to wall. This is quite a way for the villager to walk for a TaToH. Players are up to the feudal age. Only one lagging behind is going to be Air. And players are doing their standard galley build, 4 in gold, and 2 lumber camps. Nothing on food except for the fishing ships. In fact, Air might even have a hard time producing villagers with only 3 fishing ships, 2 of which are on the shorefish. He's the 4th one. So we'll keep an eye on Air's villager population as the game goes. That's correct, Swagmaster. This is a community channel. We have plenty of streamers on this channel. So Dogao's going to be the first to get up to the next age, followed shortly by everyone else. He is up to 2 docks at the moment, which is fairly standard for any non-Viking civ. And FeAge looks like it's about to go up to 3 docks. Yeah, 2 docks. So let's see where the galleys go. Let's check the scouting for Air. Of course, doesn't know where the docks are. FeAge, nope. Actually sees the dock of Air, so these are just a little small advantage that you can have early game. Air is going up to 3 docks, 2 docks for TaToH, 2 docks for Dogao, and still 2 docks from FeAge. So with the later uptime, Air is going to have a little more resources. He's going to go up to 3 docks straight away. Let's see if it pays off. And here comes Dogao with his first set of galleys. TaToH's already got 2 galleys to defend. He's still taking deep fish. Good for him. Air is lagging behind in villagers as I expect. He's down to 21 villagers. He's definitely having a hard time producing villagers. And what a bad time for TaToH to move out. He is going to get the notification from the dock, which was just attacked. It looks like TaToH's not going to move back. In fact, he's going to retreat his fishing ships. And every time you do this, remember players not exactly taking a lot of food. It looks like TaToH actually is. So every time the fishing ships are threatened, could be a few villagers that you don't make out of your town center. Going to be a big pickup for Air Scouts. And now both players on the top side are going to be blind. And here comes TaToH to pick off some of the fishing ships of Dogao. There are 2 here to defend, and Dogao's going to have a quick reaction, trying to defend that. Meanwhile, all 4 fishing ships from TaToH are still alive. This one's getting quite low, 10 HP left. And Dogao has the numbers to defend, so he's going to push TaToH back. Early lead for the Brazilians. They're up by about 170 points. As TaToH's had some hard time getting some fish, Air's had the bad start. Oh, early transfer for TaToH. Wow, that's really early. I think they're already giving up on water partially. Unfortunately, the way Dogao's map is set up, his transport doesn't look to be too likely to win. To be successful. The village is going to go back in his transport. Oh no! They've left one away. Here comes the galleys from Dogao. Oh boy. Looks like the transport's going to barely get out of there. And the 2 villagers, they're going to go back on their own side. Looks like both players on the top side about to wall. Much more military count for the Brazilian team, 10 and 11 to 9 and 8. 3 fishing ships for TaToH, and still 4 for Air. 4 fishing ships for Dogao, and 4 for FeAge. Villager count also favors the Brazilian team, 30 to 30. Air is on 26 fills. Looks like Air has the numbers to push this back, though. And here's the fletching upgrade. Looks relatively even, actually. FeAge is going to add 1 more galley to the mix, and I think he's going to push back Air. You know what? TaToH is building a blacksmith. I don't know what's in here. And Air's going to lose a few more galleys. Oh, here comes the fleet from Dogao. Nice teamwork from FeAge and Dogao. We mentioned from before their teamwork. And it looks like Air is actually going to lose his own navy. He's going to go for a snipe on the fishing ships, which is the best thing he could do in this situation. FeAge feels like he can take Air's navy himself, so Dogao's going to go for the fishing ships of Air as well. So some pretty good decision-making from the Brazilians. Both players at the top have walled. Bottom is walled. And TaToH's going to lose his navy as well. Big advantage for the Brazilians. However, Dogao will lose at least a few fishing ships. Or not. Dogao's going to get away with all of his fishing ships. One second. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. So, what's happened since I was gone? The Brazilians now have about a 400 score lead. Military count is heavily in favor of the Brazilians. There's no way to come back on water, at least at the moment. And villager difference has evened out just slightly. Let's see. Dogao clearly has water control over TaToH. And TaToH's actually going to be first to click up to the next stage. That's pretty good for him. I suspect, though, the EU team is going to be shortly behind. Yeah, and there's FeAge. He's up also. This little uptime difference probably not going to make a huge difference. Here's the army of FeAge. Here comes TaToH. Let's see, Dogao's going to come in from the side. And now all the players are up. TaToH has a significant advantage, but he doesn't want to lose his galleys. He wants to attack just as he gets his upgrades in. And he could take some heavy losses from Dogao. Every loss that TaToH and Air take is just further sealing the deal for the Brazilians. They need to start winning engagements at some point. Here comes the army from Air as well. Gonna back up his buddy TaToH. Or not. FeAge and Dogao, they're gonna take this easy. And down goes the navy of TaToH. With that, that's officially the end of the water control for the EU. And they're gonna have to develop another strategy. FeAge, he's going to be stonewalling, trying to prevent any pushes. Feels like he's won the water at this point, which they clearly have. And I don't see any landings from any of the players either. So not looking good for the EU team. So TaToH is researching War Galley though. So they're going to continue to fight on the water. And there's FeAge as well. Don't see any upgrades from FeAge quite yet. I don't think he can afford it. TaToH definitely has the upgrades, but Dogao, you have the numbers. And sometimes numbers is greater than everything else. TaToH, he's left with just these 3 galleys. That's all he has. Error is left with 0 galleys. What is Error doing? He's in Castle Age. Okay, he's going for a castle. So that's their new strategy. So what will Castle be able to accomplish? You can, of course, take out the walls, and the house is quite easy. You can go into Janissaries. And you can always win the game on the water. Monk's not the best counter to Janissaries. FeAge, he's gone up to 3 town centers, so not going to have a lot of resources to defend himself. Siege Workshop's not going to be a great unit to take out Janissaries either. So this could be a big problem for FeAge, potentially. He's going to try to re-wall it. But no way these walls get up in time. Where did TaToH's galleys go? They're right here, and Dogao's upgraded a War Galley as well. FeAge is going to upgrade a War Galley just to be safe. But this castle is probably the biggest thing in this game. This is their chance to get back in it. I'm going to go over to Error's point of view, see what his resources look like. So not enough for a fast imp. You'll beat through these walls quite quickly. I don't know if it'd be worth it to make a petard to try to get through the walls faster. And there's a wolf and a monk waiting for him on the other side. Hello, Jeanette. How's it hanging? Meanwhile, galleys are surrounding Dogao. Sorry, surrounding FeAge. Sorry, surrounding TaToH, my god. TaToH's up to 3 town centers. He's booming. Of course, one of the benefits of winning water, not only do you get map control, you're also able to fish boom. And that really helps out your economy. You see FeAge added a few fishing ships as well. So now up to 4 Janissaries. That's enough to do quite a bit of damage. FeAge, he's going to stonewall. That's probably the best defense for him. He's got time. Fortified wall might even be a good upgrade if the Turks get it. And really, all FeAge needs, just needs a bit of time. Maybe enough time to get a castle of his own. Yeah, there it is. Fortified wall. The weakest point in his walls at the moment is probably going to be the monastery and the university. I think the stone wall is actually not within range of the damaged house, though. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's going to have to get through the house next. Unless there's a hole. There you go. Fortified wall. 3,000 HP each. I'm sure Error would love a transport ship at this point, but FeAge has the water control. Error, he's on 2 town centers. No, 3 town centers, my bad. He's not neglecting his economy, but those are resources that also could have been used to push. Let's see, is there a problem with the game sound? If so, let me know. So, Air, he's still not doing any damage with his Janistries. Let's take a look at the villager count. Air is on 53 villas. He's on 3 town centers. TaToH, 85 villas. He definitely has the best boom. I mean, look at the second closest. Second closest is going to be 63. Looks like somehow FeAge lost 2 Janistries to monks. And it looks like Air's going to go forward with this, either a siege workshop or a castle pretty soon to get through the next layer of walls. Look at the score difference though between Air and FeAge. Some of that, granted, is put into galleys, of course. But as far as the villager difference, 55 to 63, it's nearly equal. 10 villager advantage for FeAge. I wouldn't say it's equal, but Air has the stronger army. And if this came down to a 1v1 between Air and FeAge, I think it would be relatively close. Meanwhile, Dogao is building a castle. FeAge is actually going to be the first one in the Imperial Age, so he will be able to win a Treb War if it comes down to it. And there's the Imperial Age from Air. He's not that far behind. In fact, Air even has 2 castles. Can build 2 Trebs at a time, so this is going to be close. On the top side. Dogao's really added quite a few fishing ships. He has some good fishing. FeAge's fishing isn't quite as good. So he's not going to be benefiting as much from it. Okay, Imperial Age from TaToH, and let's see. Last one remaining is going to be Dogao. What is TaToH going to do with his Imperial Age? I'm curious to see. He's got 2 relics in the bank. That's nice. TaToH's economy is absolutely huge. The game sound is, it sounds pretty low, I assume you mean. Not looks pretty low. I can raise it by 1. Let me know how that is. Or if you'd like me to put it back to what it was. So Air, he's got a good massive Janistry, certainly more than FeAge at this point. Dogao's now up to the next age. Whoever wins this Treb War, it's absolutely going to be critical. Looks like FeAge, he's fully investing into castles and into Janistries, so if he loses his castles, he's going to be GG. FeAge is even adding another town center up to 4. Air definitely has the weaker economy, though, between him and FeAge. 60 to 76 villagers. Might not matter, though, if he wins the Treb War. FeAge even has the luxury of getting Bodkin Arrow for his castles. Second castle from Dogao, trying to prevent a landing, I assume, in this position. Oh, and FeAge is actually going into Bombard Tower. Interesting play. Very expensive, but again, he has the economy for it, and he's mining the appropriate resources. Here comes the trebuchets, and we should see Bombard Cannon as well from FeAge. Let's go to his point of view. Yeah, here we are, Bombard Cannons. And Air is thinking the exact same thing. He's going to be a little later out with those, though. Let's see. This castle's actually not making a trebuchet. It's things like this that may lose you the Treb War, and potentially the game. Right, here we go, Bombard Cannon. Onager for TaToH, and it looks like Dogao's going to go into Woad Raider. Oh no, the Janistries are on top of the Bombard Cannon! Gonna move him back. This is where the Bodkin Arrow really pays off on the castles, so things like this can't happen. FeAge is gonna lose all of his Janistries, though. Castles, they're on about relatively equal HP. 2 Bombard Cannons for each player, 2 Trebuchets. And FeAge is going to be the first one to lose his castle. That means he can't make any more Trebs. Yeah, down it goes. Alright, so now it's going to be up to the Bombard Cannon Micro. FeAge has the home field advantage, especially with these Bombard Towers. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, here comes some Woad Raiders. No elite upgrade quite yet. What does TaToH have to defend? He has a few onagers and a castle. That's not going to be enough. So TaToH, he's chosen the wrong army composition, I feel, going into onagers. That is if he can't defend from this raid. Gonna get an okay stand ground shot. He needs one more big one. Oh, big stand ground shot. Meanwhile, at the top side, 2 bombard cannons for air, 3 trebuchets, 1 trebuchet from FeAge, and no more bombard cannons. All FeAge is relying on is this trebuchet and these bombard towers. So air, it looks like he's gaining a little bit of the advantage. Here's the elite Woad Raider upgrade. Where did the Woads go? There they are on the bottom. But it's only 5. Siege Onager for TaToH. Wow, he's investing so much into the Onager line. What is he going to use to defend his Onagers, though? No upgrades on his Woad Raiders quite yet. Slowly, TaToH is, my bad. Slowly, air is making progress. FeAge has a gold in the back, a little bit of stone in the back, but most of his resources are focused in this area, and each bombard cannon, each bombard tower is quite expensive also. Well, that's gonna be it for the first Woad Raider raid. Here comes the second Woad Raider raid. Look at these upgrades. +4, +2, elite. Oh, here we go. Second Woad Raider raid. No upgrades for TaToH. He's gonna rely purely on his Siege Onager micro. Which has been pretty good so far. FeAge is looking like he's in a lot of trouble, despite having the larger economy. Look at Air, he's only on 80 villagers. TaToH's on 130 villagers. He needs something else, though. Imagine if TaToH poured his resources into Woad Raider instead. And now TaToH's gonna lose all of his Siege Onagers. He chose the wrong army, I feel. Nice Onager shot, though. Look at that. Castle from TaToH's going down. He's in a lot of trouble. Who's in more trouble at this point? Is FeAge in more trouble, or is TaToH in more trouble? And I feel like it's TaToH who's in more trouble. Still no plan from TaToH to combat the Woad Raiders. He has 3 castles. But Siege Onager upgrade is so damn expensive that it's left him without any resources for Woad Raider. Air is slowly making his way into FeAge's base. FeAge hasn't lost any villagers at this point, mind you. So no real damage has been inflicted quite yet. On the top side, TaToH's going to lose one of his 3 castles. He needs his castle to defend with Woad Raider himself. TaToH, he's going to go with pure Siege Onagers, it looks like, to defend from Woad Raider. Good luck with that.